The Braves take on the Dodgers game 3, and that's going to be a 5:08 Eastern first pitch in Los Angeles. The Braves are up 2 games to nothing in the series. That said, though, it's the Dodgers who are minus 190, total 7.5. And if you want to see which one of these free YouTube picks on my channel that I'm actually betting on personally, there's only one way to do that, and that's to sign up for a membership on my website at brockpage.com. We're 8-1 in our last 9 Major League Baseball tier package picks on brockpage.com. We're also 12-2 in our last 14 Major League Baseball tier package picks on that very same site. We currently have over 840 members who are signed up and active on that page. And once again, if you want to see which one of these free YouTube picks on my channel that I'm actually betting on personally, there's only one way to do that, and that's to sign up for a membership on my website. And once again, that's brockpage.com. Now, Walker Buehler, he's the expected starter for Los Angeles. Charlie Morton for the Braves. Morton went 14-6 in the regular season this year, 3.34 ERA and a 1.04 WHIP. Morton also struck out 216 batters. Now, the Braves are allowing only 3.6 runs per contest when they travel this season. They're in the top 5 in fewest road hits allowed. Meanwhile, offensively, Jock Peterson's got a postseason OPS of 1.357. Peterson's hit 3 home runs and knocked in 7. Meanwhile, Austin Riley's also gone 8 for 22 with a couple of homers in the postseason himself. He's gotten a postseason OPS of 1.098. The Braves lineup is in the top 10 in road scoring. They've also won more games on the road than at home this year. Now, they're taking on a Dodger club who's lost 4 out of their last 7 in this very postseason. The Dodgers have also cashed in on the run line in just 50% of their contests against National League opponents. Justin Turner is just 3 for 28 in the postseason, 7 strikeouts, and a 1.94 on-base percentage. This Dodger lineup is in the bottom half of the league in strikeouts at the plate. Now, total-wise, the Dodgers went 3-1 to the under in Walker Buehler's last 4 starts. They also went 10-4 to the under in his last 14 starts as well. Meanwhile, Atlanta saw 7 out of their last 10 stay under the line themselves. 2-0 to the under in their last couple on the road. I'm going to lean toward the Atlanta Braves plus 1.5 and the under 7.5 runs. And with that, guys, now it's time for our next and final matchup. It is going to be Astros versus the Red Sox game 4, 8:08 Eastern first pitch. Boston's up 2-1 in the series. They're also minus $1.25 at home, totals 10. Nick Pivetta on the mound for the Bo Sox. Zach Greinke for Houston. Now, the Astros have lost 3 out of their last 5 postseason games. They're also getting little support from Martin Maldonado at the plate. The catcher is just 1 for 19 in the playoffs, and he struck out 7 times. This Astros pitching staff has allowed 25 total runs in this very series with Boston. They're getting absolutely shelled. And speaking of Boston, they've won 5 out of their last 6 postseason games, and they're averaging over 8 runs a game during that stretch. Enrique Hernandez is 16 for 32 in the playoffs, 5 homers and 35 total bases for the outfielder. Meanwhile, Alex Verdugo's gone 11 for 30 himself, along with 6 RBI. Boston's leading the majors in home scoring. Meanwhile, pitching-wise, their staff's in the top 5 in striking batters out. Nick Pivetta, he's got himself a 3.12 ERA in the postseason, 11 strikeouts, and a 1.15 WHIP. When it comes to the total in this one, 8 out of Boston's last 10 ball games got over the line, 4-0 to the over in their last 4 at Fenway. Meanwhile, the Astros are 9-1 to the over in their last 10 themselves, 3-0 to the over in their last 3 on the road. I'm going to lean toward Boston minus $1.25 and the over 10 runs. And with that, guys, now it's time for our quick pick recap. Powered to you by my website at brockpage.com, where we are 8-1 in our last 9 Major League Baseball tier package picks. I'm going to lean toward the Atlanta Braves plus 1.5, under 7.5. I'm also going to lean toward the Boston Red Sox minus $1.25 and the over 10 runs. All right, guys, now it's time for our shout out of the day, and that's going to come from our YouTube platform. And today's shout out of the day goes to Patrick Owens, who said yesterday, "I appreciate you, man. Been watching you for some time when I do make my bets." All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on BrockPage.com. Now, if you guys do end up getting a membership here today on that website, just keep in mind you're going to get billed the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. So if you do end up getting a membership here today, you are going to get access to that content through the end of October. I always tell folks the earlier in the month you sign up, the better. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. With that said, guys, happy Tuesday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at BrockPage.com.